So hey guys, welcome to Crick-Cast, a cricket podcast. I am
Hello.
Mayuk, and once again we are back with the post-match podcast. So another exciting match of cricket. So we saw the Chennai Super Kings playing the Sunrisers, and once again we saw Chennai back to the winning ways. So to discuss with me, I have two guests with me. They are pretty regular in this podcast. So we have Roktimda with me, and we also have Ayan. So I'll straight away go to both of you. And my first question is: so it's lovely to see Mahendra Singh Dhoni back to winning ways, regardless of whichever team you support, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Ayan, you can continue.
Yes. Okay. I think nice thing, Mayuk, we mentioned like today's match with MS Dhoni being back to his normal days. So this is what we associate CSK with. I think with the back tournaments like three-time champions, like never give up attitude and like winning from positions which are not supposed to. Unfortunately, this year didn't happen. But it's nice to see like team like CSK down and out pretty much, but having this win today, it was good to see again. And I think as for the today's match, like I discussed and I like analyzed. I mean, see again the side who batted first, around 170, 160, 70 on the board. So like I think with the IPL going forward and now and going forward, I think all the side batting first will have a big advantages with the pitches being very slow and becoming slow towards the tournament proceeds. So like chasing is becoming really difficult. But if you see with previous IPL edition, 170, 180 score, it's like 7 out of 8 times it is chaseable. I'm not telling it's defendable, but now you see the trend yesterday also with the match. All through great performance by CSK. Great kudos to the team unit. They bowled well. Getting a team with having Warner, Besto, and like playing Rashid well. So great credit to CSK. But again, I feel like when the toss bat first, get a score of 180, 185, bowl well. I think you have a chance of winning maximum matches in this IPL. This is what I feel going forward. And nice to see some CSK players today getting back to form, getting runs, getting wickets. Bravo picking an important wicket. CSK doing well. So that's nice for a team like CSK. So probably they will get some winning momentum, like some matches, half of the matches remaining going forward. And let's see, we want to make this tournament very interesting. So teams like CSK need to come up, CSK, and he has to come up to keep the excitement going, along with
Absolutely.
Mumbai, Delhi, and KKR. So yeah.
Absolutely. Ruktimda, also I want to ask you, it was a pretty all-round performance from CSK. Also, the fact that they had made certain changes. For example, they had sent Quran to bat up the order, and he got 30 odd runs. And then, apart from Duplessis, all the batsmen who came, they did their job in a pretty decent manner. Everybody got some runs, which contributed to a score of around 160, more than 165 runs in a pitch like this. So how do you rate to CSK's performance today overall?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you see, as Oyan was saying, this year the team batting first has an edge over the team batting second.
Yeah,
So we are on the halfway mark in this IPL, and out of 29 matches, 22 has been won by the team batting first, and the remaining other are owned by the team batting second. So I guess the toss has a very important part to play, and the team batting first has an advantage because the pitch is getting slower day by day, and exactly as the tournament goes on, the team batting first will have an edge over the team batting second. That's what I feel. And in today's match, yeah, it's very good to see CSK, team like CSK getting their basics right. And it's very good to see, the team like CSK performing, doing an all-round effort. Maybe may it be in batting, bowling, and fielding. So it was an all-round effort, and CSK is back with the vibe that CSK have. We love to see matches in which CSK plays in this manner. So I am very happy with the result. I personally love the result because I love the team CSK, and it was a treat to see CSK winning. And if CSK wins the next match, which is I guess in this week, so if CSK wins the next match, I think CSK will be back to basics and they will have a very good chance of qualifying. The tables will turn. CSK winning the next match and then go on probably winning the next match, and then CSK will be in the top four and have a good chance of qualifying in the playoffs. So we always want a team like CSK, and the first half of the tournament was bit tough for CSK, but it's good to see it. They're coming in form. They're performing well, so it's a great match. And I should mention, the role of Sam Curran, because Sam Curran has been a very good find for CSK. He has been bowling well. His fielding is quite okay, and he has been opening. I mean, he has played in each and every position. He has opened the match today, and he scored some good runs. Watson, even Dhoni scored some good runs. He was struggling to get off the form, but he middled some ball, and he was somewhat able to score some runs. And so it's Dhoni scoring runs will provide good confidence to CSK, because it will affect his captaincy and the team spirit overall. So it's very important that he comes into the picture and scores some runs. And apart from that, in fielding, Jadeja took some good catches in the deep. We all know that Jadeja is a very good fielder. So he took some great catches in the deep. Then every fielder was good, and even we can see that Dhoni was. We don't see Dhoni much agitated because he's a cool customer. But towards the end of today's match, Dhoni was a bit agitated. I mean, he was a bit upset when the umpire, who was Paul Rifle was going to call a wide, but then he suddenly changed his mind. So I don't know what happened. He just, he was about to call the wide, and then all of a sudden he changed his decision. And at that point of time, Dhoni saw it, and Dhoni was, shouting towards the umpire because he wants to win the match. This shows that he was really into it. He wants to win the match, and he doesn't want to leave any opportunity. Even the fact that Rashid Khan went for a single, I guess Nadim went for a single, and Rashid Khan was charging in. And Watson had the opportunity to throw the ball. It was, if Watson would have, had a direct hit, then Rashid would have been out. So, but Watson chose not to throw the ball due to overthrows because there was no one backing up. And Dhoni at that point of time was again agitated. He was shouting at Watson that what happened? Why you are not throwing the ball? Take a chance and throw the ball. So I guess, Dhoni, it's another side of Dhoni. And it shows that Dhoni wants to win the match because he as well as CSK understand that this is their last chance. If today's match would have gone out of CSK's hand, then I guess it would be very difficult for Dhoni to come back. But having said that, it's a great match. CSK played very well, and I'm happy with the result. And going forward, I want to see CSK winning more matches and qualifying.
Absolutely. So, one thing is for sure. As we all know, Hyderabad is famous for biryani, and that biryani is very spicy in nature. But somehow that spice is missing in Hyderabad's game. So, is Hyderabad running out of spice in this tournament? I would ask you to answer quickly so that we can just move on to the predictions for tomorrow.
Coming with the question, Mayuk, nice question which you asked. But I don't think Hyderabad is running out of any spice. Maybe the spice has gone a little bit less spicy, thoda come a little bit. But I think going forward with the team they have, with the top four, and I still feel Hyderabad has a better balance than Chennai. But I think going this season with all the matches, this toss becomes a crucial factor, which Raktim also mentioned. I feel if Hyderabad would have batted first, they would have won the match today. Going forward, I hope they will bounce back because there's a good mixture of foreign and Indian players. So they would bounce back. Yeah. and I hope to see a good fight with them, reaching the top 4. They will be chai up.
Sure. Raktinda, would you comment on the present state of Hyderabad? A quick one.
Yeah, Hyderabadi biryani is very spicy. We all know that. But what happened is that CSK had played a role of raita in today's match. If you put some raita over a spicy biryani, the spice cuts off. So CSK was the raita today, and so the spices was a bit dull for CSK actually.
That's a nice analogy. No, coming on to tomorrow's prediction. So tomorrow, Delhi, a star-studded Delhi side faces a resurgent Rajasthan Royals. So quite a mouth-watering clash, I feel, because with Ben Stokes coming back and Rajasthan middle order performing nicely in the last match. So I think it's quite a mouth-watering clash. So a quick prediction from both of you: what's in store tomorrow?
With terms of tomorrow's match, I feel it's like Diliwala versus the Hallabol gang, but I do feel it will be like a good contest. Most importantly, with Rajasthan having the last win under their belt, that will have a tremendous confidence. Otherwise, I felt that they were out of the tournament pretty much. But I think tomorrow's match will be a good match. Interesting to see how Ben Stokes plays. Maybe a little bit higher, to just get in. Because if he starts playing, it will be an interesting match. Because the way he contributes to the middle order and his bowling and his fielding, well, absolutely a world-class player.
Sure.
But I think with Delhi, the form they are and the side that they're having now, I think Delhi are a little bit ahead. But in T20, you cannot rule anything out, which I feel personally. But I hope Delhi will go. I think Delhi will go and win tomorrow. But again, I feel the toss will play an important factor. The side winning will bat first and put a good score. And we'll see how it goes. Hoping for interesting match ahead and some mouth-watering clashes. And we wanted a close match, not a one-sided one. So let's see. Hoping what's for the best.
Sure. Raktim, the quick one.
Yeah, so, tomorrow's match will be another great encounter because Delhi has been playing some outstanding cricket this year. It's a newborn Delhi. They are excellent in all departments. And Rajasthan Royals on the other side will be coming into the match with a lot of confidence because they won a match which was almost out of their hands. In the previous match, Rajasthan made the impossible of winning a lost match. And it was due to Tiwatia and the fellow under 19 Indian player. They both just turned the match into on its head. So Rajasthan has a very good team with Ben Stokes back in the team. Smith, as we all know, is a great player on his day. We have many good players. For example, Butler. Butler is a great opener. We have good Indian players like down in the order. Tewatia is, for example, he's a good hitter. If he gets two overs or 3 overs, he can just manipulate on the scores. He can just do some good hitting lower down the order. And along with that, we have Jofra Archer, who is a great bowler. And then we have some great bowling attack in Rajasthan. So Rajasthan is a very good contender tomorrow. Now, having said that, as again, Delhi is and will be a very tough team to beat in this year's IPL. It's a great match. It's actually it will be a treat to watch tomorrow's match because both the teams, Delhi will almost seal their positions for the playoff if they win tomorrow's match. And Rajasthan will want to win tomorrow's match because they want to get high on the table. So they won't leave anyone. So it will be for them. Both the teams want to win the match from their heart. So it will be a great match. It will be an epic encounter. But this year, I have this year we have been saying that Delhi has been playing excellent cricket. For example, Stoinis and other players have been excellent. So personally, if you tell me to make a prediction, I will go with Delhi Capitals because
Okay.
I just love to see them perform, and I just want to see them perform. It's a tough
Okay.
call, but I will stick with Delhi Capitals.
Okay. Sure. So having
Just
said
to
that,
finish, Mayuk,
a
just to
quick one,
finish one
please.
thing to
Yeah.
Farouz. Yeah, just to finish in a quick note, this tournament we've seen many of the big players like being due, like Russell, Dreras, a few of them Pollard to some extent, and Steve Smith. I mean, one of the top 4 players in the world today, but he's big due in this tournament. So, with half of the tournament remaining, it's interesting. So, what a day other than tomorrow to be back on form. So, it'll be interesting to see how it goes going forward
Absolutely.
in this tournament. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's a really nice expectation to have from a player of that class. So on that note, we'll end today's episode. So thank you so much, Raktimdan. Thank you so much, Anne, for joining. So we'll all
Surely,
meet again after
Thank you.
the match tomorrow in the post-match podcast. So thank you so much. Good night.
surely. Thank you very much. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Shabak hai.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.